her life story, her experiences in terms of life, her challenges and her successes, and her plans about the future. Feel free to ask her questions because our sessions are interactive. Also, our friends who are on Facebook, please type your questions there so that we can pose the questions to our presenter, Sinikiwe. Welcome, Sinikiwe. Thank you so much for accepting the invite. And we are so privileged to host you today. I'll hand over to you and we'll learn from you today. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sinikiwe.
Well, thank you so much for such a nice introduction. I'm quite happy and I'm very honored to be speaking to everyone here today. So today I'm going to talk about the power of believing in yourself. And I'm going to share with you guys my life story of how I was born up until where I am today. It wasn't really an easy journey. It was a journey of really believing in myself to be where I am today. So I was born with a disability, and I was born a rejection. What do I mean by when I say I was born a rejection? My family, especially my paternal family, they couldn't accept that I was born with a disability. And you know, in our African context, in our African culture, when a child is born with a disability, back then it was something which was perceived to be negative. It was perceived to be a curse from the gods. It was a punishment from the gods. It was just not the best thing to ever happen in a family. And that's what happened in my family. And my mother was the one who was blamed for everything because she was told that in our family, we don't have anyone with a disability. And now you are here, you are giving birth to a child with a disability. So my mother was really blamed for my birth. And she was diagnosed with a lot of mental health issues. Her life was just not the same anymore. Until my grandmother, who is my maternal grandmother, she decided to say, okay, give me this child, let me take care of her. And up to date, I can say that she was the best thing that has ever happened into my life. It may soul rest in peace. So she raised me in a very unique way. She never saw my disability. She never raised me in any special way just because I have a disability. She always saw the potential in me. I can say that she was the first person who really believed in me before anyone else could ever believe in Sinikiwe Kademaunga, because everyone was just seeing this small girl with a disability without any future, and everything around me was just impossible. But my grandmother taught me, and she fought for me, and she told me that, Sinikiwe, you can reach any goal that you want. You can go anywhere. And for me, growing up, I grew up with such a mindset, with such a zeal, knowing that I can achieve anything that I want in life. So the challenge came in 2007 when I lost my grandmother. So when I was young, when I was taken away from my family, I didn't know anyone from my family. I was separated from my siblings, from my parents, from everyone around me. I didn't know anyone except for my grandmother. So when she passed on, it was really a hit on my life because I just thought that my life that was the end of my life. And I even tried to commit suicide twice because I just thought my life was not going to go anyway. She was the only person who believed in me. She was the only person who cheered me up to say that, Sinikiwe, you can be anything in life. So everything for me started just to go down. My mental health, it was just not the same anymore. Academically, I started to perform very, very badly. And the time when my grandmother died, it was a time when I was approaching adolescence. And you know, there's just a lot of things happening into my life, a lot of changes. My body was changing, everything was just changing. And to make everything worse, I was at a boys' high school. And you know, when you're at a boys' high school, everyone is just checking out who is the next hottest girl, who is next. And for me, it really affected me. It affected my confidence so much. And considering that at home, I didn't have that supportive environment anymore. So I was just all by myself, and my confidence was really affected. I remember I used to hate myself so much. From that point, I just hated myself. I never used to love myself. My confidence was just thrown out of the window. I was just living the baddest life that I could. So until when I went to university, I was at the University of Cape Town. So the first 2 weeks of my experience at the university, it was orientation week. And this is when the first years are just being introduced to the university life, and we're just trying to fit into this university life. So I remember this other day, it was on a Saturday, and there was this day where everyone, as the first years, we were supposed to go to the beach to just have a good time. It was a beach day. And for me, I told myself, I was like, no, I'm not going to this beach day because everyone's just going to wear a bikini. Everyone's just going to be having a good life. But here I am, I don't have the greatest body. I just look ugly. And I just thought of myself that I didn't deserve to be in certain spaces or to be in certain places. So that day I decided that I was not going to the beach. So I just stayed back in my room. So when I was in my room, I was on YouTube. I was just watching different videos. And if I tell you that during that time, I even used to miss meals. I wasn't confident enough to be in public. I was afraid to even go to the dining hall to just have a meal when I was at university because I felt that everything about me was not good. So when I was on YouTube, I was just watching these videos, and then I came across a guy called Nick Boichis. For some of you who don't know Nick, Nick is a guy, he doesn't have hands and he doesn't have legs, but he's someone who just lives his best life and he's just having a great time in his life. So I saw a video of him, he was swimming and he was just having a great time. And I told myself, I was like, oh, wow, look at this guy, he's living his life. And he was with his wife at that time, and I was like, he's living his life and he's just enjoying everything that he's doing. So what's really stopping me from enjoying the same life experience as him? And from that day, that was the turning point for me. I told myself that why do I have to worry a lot about things that I cannot change about myself? So for example, my disability is not something that I can really change about. So the best way is just to find ways I can adjust around the way I look or the way I think I look. So from that day, I just decided to say from today, I'm just going to love myself. From today, I'm just going to enjoy this thing called life. So I started posting stories about myself on social media, just encouraging people to be comfortable in their own bodies, to be comfortable in their skin, and to just accept their situation. And from there, that's the time when my journey to self-belief started. And from there, I attracted a lot of people who started to reach out to me to say, can you please come and speak to our event? Can you please come and do this? And in 2016, I won a Courage Award from the Zimbabwean International Women's Award, which I was awarded for just being courageous enough to share my story and to encourage and transform other people's lives. And the best one so far that I can say is the award that I'm really proud of myself, is the award that I received this year in February in Mumbai, India. I received a Pioneering Women's Leader Award. And that's the best achievement that I can say that I've achieved so far in my life. So for me, seeing all those awards, seeing all those people who are really supporting me, it gives me courage, it gives me motivation to say that I'm actually in the right path. And that's why I've decided to be a confidence coach so that I can also help other people who are also in the same situation as me. For you, it might not be a disability that you are struggling with. It might be even your background. It might be even any situation that you are facing in your life. But I'm just there to help people, to transform people's life, to say you have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who are you expecting to come and really believe in you? So if you really believe in yourself, everything, you see that everything around you starts to change. You start to attract the right things in your life. You start to attract the right opportunities in your life. Because the moment you believe in yourself, definitely self-confidence is going to come naturally. Self-love is going to come naturally. And a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors are going to open to you. And for me to be here as well, to be speaking to you guys, it's all because I believed in myself. And I decided to put myself out there to say, I really believe in everything that I do. So the power of believing in yourself. I'm going to state some of the advantages or some of the things. So when you say believe in yourself, some of you are even wondering, what is it really, what does it mean to believe in yourself? So believing in yourself, it means having faith in your capabilities, having faith that everything that you touch is going to turn into gold, despite your situation, despite your background. Because one thing that you need to keep in mind is you don't choose where you were born, you don't choose your family, you don't choose your background, but you definitely change your future. And that can only happen if you only believe in yourself that everything that I'm going to touch is going to turn into gold, no matter how many times I try. And believing in yourself, it means you can do anything. If I tell you that when I was growing up, when I was moving around with my grandmother, I used to see a lot of people with disabilities in the streets. They were begging and people were helping them. I remember telling my grandmother that this is not the life that I want. I want to be a game changer. I want to change the world. I want to be the example that I want to see in the world. And my grandmother told me that you can be anything that you want. So believing in yourself, it is believing that you can be anything that you want. Anything that you set your mind onto it, you can be anything. Because for me, if I decided to listen to what my family was saying, that oh, this is just a girl with a disability, she can't do anything, or this is just another person with a disability, she's just going to be a beggar, I don't think I'll be where I am today. But just because I believe that I can be anything, I worked hard towards that. So when you have if you believe in yourself, you recognize your ability to accomplish a lot of goals in your life. Because for me, personally, I have set a lot of goals towards me. And some of the goals that I've set, I've always asked myself that, can I really achieve these goals, or I'm just setting the bar a bit high? But just because I believe in myself and just because I believe in my capabilities, I've been able to accomplish those goals. If I tell you that in my family, we are a family of 5, and I'm the last born, and I'm the only person that has reached to the level of going to university, because I set that goal for me. I said, for me, I'm going to be the first person in my family to go to university. I'm going to be the first person in my family to pass my A levels, to pass my O levels, and that's exactly what happened to me. And it's not something that happened overnight, but it's something that I decided intentionally, that I decided that I'm going to work towards this goal. And belief, it also creates a vision for yourself. If you're someone who believes in yourself, definitely to create a vision for you, because you really have to have a vision towards yourself, because you have to have a vision where you are going to work towards that vision if you really believe in yourself. But if you're someone who doesn't believe in yourself, you're just going to live your life anyway, anyhow, and you're just going to say, whatever the direction that my life takes, I'm just going to take that direction. And that's the lack of self-belief in yourself. So, and you always have to remember that what we believe in will either limit or it will either empower us. So if you believe that just because in my family there's no one who has ever reached a university level, that belief is going to limit you. But whatever that you believe in, it's going to empower or it's going to limit you. So for me, I don't want to put any limitations on myself. I set goals, like whatever that is in my mind, I just put it on paper, just because I know that whatever I believe in, that's what is going to empower me. That is what is going to build me. So self-belief is really, really, really important in our lives. So yeah, that's basically my story that I wanted to share with you guys, that I wanted to talk to you and just tell you that, guys, you have to believe in yourself, because the world is never in our favor. There's a lot of things that are going to hinder our success, whether it can be your background, it can be any situation that you are facing right now. But believing in yourself is the power to unlock any opportunity that you want in your life. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sinikiwe. I'm going to allow those who are part of this webinar, if they've got some comments and some questions, and I'm sure you don't mind certain questions. You'll choose which one to answer and which one not to answer. The board is in your court. So I'll allow our colleagues who are in this webinar, if they've got some comments or questions to you, to pose their questions or even comments. Then we can decide where to go from here. Colleagues, Feel free to ask any questions or make comments. Sinikiwe is here to empower us on how to believe in ourselves. Thank you so much, a pioneering woman. Thank you so much, a woman who's got faith in herself. So much, a woman who has chosen that disability is not going to be limiting her from achieving her own dreams. Thank you so much. Colleagues, feel free, switch off your videos if you want to, and then you can ask questions. The hand is up, Betty, your hand is up. Let me just unmute you. You can, Betty, you're the first one to go.
Thank you so much for the amazing story. It's really motivating us. I just wanted to ask one thing. What did you study at UCT, and what are you doing right now?
Oh, thank you so much for your question. Yes, thank you. At UCT, I studied social work, and currently I'm doing motivational speaking and life coaching. That's what I'm focusing on at this point.
But you are also available for other opportunities that people can.
Yes, and I'm also available for other. If any opportunity for me to be a social worker, I'm open to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So because I work, because I work for an NGO and non-governmental organization that is doing sport and development. We work with young people. So I thought your story is so touching and amazing that it will build the young girls that are in our program.
Oh, thank
so
you.
I will speak to Sediko and then we can connect with you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Betty. Other colleagues? Other colleagues who have got some inputs and questions to Sinikiwe? Feel free to ask any questions like we said.
If there are no questions.
Come again, Betty?
If there are no questions, I can ask more. I mean, I would like to know what do you want to do in 5 years' time? So what are your goals right now? Because you've achieved so much, and looking at people who've achieved so much like you, it's always nice to know what is the next step in their life that they are looking for or looking towards.
Oh, thank you. I think in 5 years' time, I would love to have established maybe an institution where I can help people full-time on building their confidence, on helping them with their self-esteem, public speaking, anything to do with self-development. I would have to want an institution where I can fully train and help people and transform people's lives.
I'm calling other colleagues. Please feel free to ask. I know you might be having questions or comments, or maybe you're still humbled by this story of Sinikiwe. You're very humbled by this story. feel free, colleagues, there to make some comments and questions. You spoke about that being the first person in your family to reach university.
Yes.
And I can tell you that's not the end. It's possible
Thank you.
for you. It's possible for you to be the first person in your own family, your own village, your own town, and your own country to reach the level of United Nations. It's very possible.
Wow. Thank
possible.
you.
Yeah, and nothing can stop you to achieve that. Nothing can stop you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are very determined and you really believe in yourself. Colleagues, if there are any questions, and I can't find any questions from Facebook, let me read some comments on Facebook for you. Let me read some. There is a Ketelo Mchicho Zibanda who says, you are indeed the game changer, Sinikiwe. No, thank you, Ketelo. There's also Nkosana Mgunu who says, Nkosana is part of our group here. He has chosen not to say it himself. He just say, great story and power of self-belief. Thank you so much, Nkosana. Colleagues, if there are no questions to Sinikiwe, I will share contact details on my Facebook page. I'll also share her contact details on all my social media network. Those who want to engage with her, acquire her services for motivational speaking, please feel free to engage with her directly. Those who have got opportunities to bring her closer into their own organizations so that she can use her skills that she has acquired from the University of Cape Town, feel free to engage with her directly, and let's use her skill. This is a real game changer. She's a woman of power, a pioneering agent who is not going to allow the disability to determine her future. Thank you so much, colleague, for participating. We've come to the end of our session. We took about 30 minutes. Thank you so much, Sinikiwe, for allowing us to invite you on this session. We'll keep in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Before we go, there's another hand there from Betty. Betty, again, your hand is up.
No, did I? Oh,
yeah,
I think, see, it was up since then. Sorry. Okay. It was up. I didn't take it down. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, colleagues, for participating. We will also share this recording on YouTube, and we'll share all the contact details of Sinikiwe. Feel free to engage her. Like I'm saying, feel free to engage her. She's a real game changer. Believe me, the first time I saw her on social media, I said, as a progressive socio-economic investment institute, we are going to have this speaker in our platform, and she quickly accepted our invite. We are so humbled to have you in our platform.
Thank you.
Pass our greetings to your family. And what you forgot to tell our participants is that you are a mother of a 13-month-old boy. Is that 13 months?
Oh, that is my nephew.
Okay, it's not your child. I thought it's it.
No, that's my nephew.
I was just pulling you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will keep in touch.
Sure, definitely.
We will work together to ensure that we walk this journey together for you to the desires of your heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Have a great day. Bye.
Have a great one too. Bye.